And we are live on Facebook and YouTube.
Watch. We'll be up against some showed
You
some other
know,
horrible thing tonight.
if we're up against some other horrible things, we're just going home.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Of course, the phone rings.
And the phone rings. Just hang it up. They're not there. They don't deserve to be talked to.
There is that.
That is my rule. If I'm not important enough for you to be on the phone, call me. And obviously, I'm not that important. And Ford is watching. Hi, Ford. How are you? So, Ford is on. He is coming, guys. And here she comes. He is wearing a Crusty Bunker shirt today.
I am.
Ooh.
In support of my brothers in arms out in California.
There you go.
Hello, Ford.
Who's up here?
Hello, Hamiltons.
So
We are
here's the
doing
big
great.
question of the day.
Hello, comics, cards, and more.
Are Crusty Bunkers only the guys from the 70s? Or is every person who did inking a Crusty Bunker at continuity?
Why does it only apply to inkers?
Because the Crusty Bunkers were only inkers. Sorry, Z. I don't get to be a
Because
Crusty Bunker.
I thought Crusty Bunkers were anybody who collaborated on a job.
No,
at
Crusty
continuity.
Bunkers were mostly inkers, and they were during the 70s.
All right, well, fuck it. I don't care then.
Because nobody else gets credited as being a Crusty Bunker, except for those guys.
Then I don't give a fuck. Because I thought it was anybody who did a collaborative job at continuity.
We're going to have to interview original Crusty Bunkers and see if they let everyone in the club or not.
Hi, Wayne. I see you on YouTube.
Because I got asked that question recently.
I
was
know.
like, I don't know how to answer this. You want to turn off the Xerox machine?
Well, considering I'm done with my Xerox, and yes, I will turn off the Xerox machine.
So, Wayne, are there any games on tonight, or am I finally not up against something?
Forward Dolan says, growing up, it was clearly a 70s thing. We actually looked
For
for that credit.
There you go. See, that's my understanding. And I got pooped on because the person was not from the 70s and who obviously wanted to be a Crusty Bunker. So,
I was around in the 70s. I wasn't working in the 70s, and I wasn't an inker.
well, there you go. You're just a Crusty Zia.
Crusty Beanie.
A crusty old bean.
Then you're a crusty noodle.
I am a crusty noodle.
Hamilton says Crusty Bunker is what I call my hamper.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not when I wanted to call the comics for the bunker, I didn't want to call it the Crusty Bunker.
Right, because who wants it to be crusty?
Crusty place. I don't understand. But originally it was Neil Adams' Comic Boutique, which was like, it sounds like a hairdresser's place.
Seriously. And we're a boutique. Yeah, but then Dad wanted to have all that other crap in it. Like, yes, you want to have your comic books around, what was it, an ice cream machine?
He wanted a soft serve ice cream machine and he wanted to make bagels. Two completely different things.
And serve coffee. Because you really want that in a comic book shop.
Well, serving coffee and I would do
liquids?
I certainly would have a coffee plate. Like, there's that bookstore on 7th Avenue, the one that has the dead dog in it that smells bad. The green bookstore on 7th Avenue, it's little.
Yes, okay, yes.
In the back, They have those nice couches, and they have coffee, and then somebody makes really good cakes.
Yeah, hasn't been me.
And I was like, well, if I ever owned a comic store, I would want just like that bookstore where all the comics are like in the front, and then in the back is kind of like a loungy area where I can have a cup of coffee and a good tasty cake.
I think Chris was supposed to be Italian because she gesticulates, but like grandly gesticulates.
Only when I talk about food.
That's true. And
So-
speaking of food, Hamilton says he also needed a vending machine that only dispensed chuckles. And the coffee machine had to make it half coffee and half hot chocolate.
That's right. So, wouldn't you guys like to shop in a comic store where, like, in the back is coffee and good yum yums? Like, good baked, good yum yums? Like, cakey tastes?
Right? Because the crowd that reads comic books needs more sugar.
Yeah. Exactly. And they have a sunny window. So you could be like a kitty cat reading your comic books with coffee and tasty cakes.
All right, Wayne Lasso says Game 6 of the NHL playoffs is tomorrow. The MLB, CFL are playing tonight.
Who's that? I don't even know what ML.
What is the
I
MLB?
don't know. Middle
Hamilton
League.
says,
Middle
whenever
East.
I was at a show with Neil, I try to bring him those. He was so gracious.
Everybody wants a tasty cake.
Wait, Hamilton, is that Scott? Are you Scott?
Which Scott?
No, it's not Scott. Who's Hamilton's? Hamilton's, identify yourself. Hi, Jolie. Jolie's watching.
Joel, shouldn't every comic store have coffee in the back with tasty cakes?
Okay, well, CFL is Canadian football. Who cares?
Canadian football.
And apparently the other, MLB, I guess, is baseball.
Oh, that's right. That is baseball. Who cares about
Happy
baseball?
Tower says Starburst and mint cheese. Mint cheese are good.
Mint cheese?
Well,
Mint
I don't know
the
about mint
green
cheese,
leaves?
but
the green leaves.
oh god, no, I hate those. No, the
Dad likes green leaves.
hell are they called?
I don't know.
The little ones that are mint on the inside and dark chocolate on the outside.
Oh,
Thin mints.
Thin mints.
Thin mints? No.
Well, you're not
Thin
talking
mints
about
are the
a
cookies.
York peppermint patty.
Well, I do like York peppermint patties.
I haven't had a York.
Okay,
peppermint.
Hamilton's. Okay, so Hamilton's is Scott. Yes,
Scott
we did
who?
have Scott Hamilton.
Oh,
He says we had dinner at a show. Yes, we did.
obviously,
Scott is super nice. Now that I know that
Thursday
it's,
night is weird night.
I
We're
think
already
every
out the
freaking night
door. Weird.
that we are on, it's weird night. Unless we're both exhausted, and then it's boring night. But usually, when you and I have a little bit of energy, it's pretty exciting.
How about brownies and coffee? in a
Sarah
coffee
joined
shop?
us. Sarah joined
Sarah,
us on
don't
Instagram.
doesn't coffee or brownies belong in a comic shop? I think so. With a sunny spot and a nice soft couch
Happy Towers loves green leaves.
in emerald green. My couch is emerald green.
Thank you, Scott. Scott says I'm super nice too.
CFL is good. The one thing is only 16.
And here, there's that one person that said I was not very friendly.
What?
Back at a show, some guy who was just like started off his day on the wrong side of the bed and decided that like he was gonna have it in for everybody, had the audacity to tell me that I was not very friendly. Like, how am I not friendly?
You always
I
think
mean,
you should
okay,
be
you run
overly
into me
friendly.
on the street and you're walking too slow in front of me. When I got somewhere to go, I can be unfriendly.
In
But
yours-
when I'm at a show,
no, I'm gonna take that back. Okay.
it's
You cannot walk down a street in Midtown with Zia without her picking a fight. She's full of shit. And I force her to have to walk on the outside of the sidewalk so that I can push her into the street if she's going to fight somebody. She's
Joel
the
says
worst.
he threatened the fan in Boston.
He threatened a fan in Boston. Boston.
Why did you threaten a fan in Boston, Joel?
I love
Now that
green
you've
leaves.
mentioned it,
Happy
you
Tower
need
and
to
I are going to go eat green leaves together.
till you're sick. Okay, go for it. I'll go for the
How do I
peppermint
have
patty.
only 4 people on Facebook, but yet I see?
Well, there's 9 people total, which 4 maybe Facebook, and then we got a couple on
Okay.
YouTube.
Well, we're gonna.
Joel says Buzz had to hold him back.
Wow.
I have a hard time thinking anybody could hold you back, Joel. And Scott Hamilton says, I've dealt with those at my table often. Luckily, I'm a big guy, so I only had to say things once. Yeah.
I almost got into a fight with Buzz at a convention.
I almost got into a fight with Joel at a convention.
There you go.
And he shoved that
Those
sausage finger.
wrestling fighting Adamses, the Irish blood.
Joel tried to loom over me and shove that sausage finger in my face. I was going to bite it off.
All right. Well, on that note, what do you think, Steve?
But then at least
So
Joel
you
is
guys,
my brother.
do you guys want to do a show tonight, or do we want to do this tomorrow night?
Oh, Joel says he didn't know I was Neil's son and proceeded to call Neil an asshole because of his prices.
Ooh.
Hey, Jake Davis, we do too. I remember that one show. It was after Buzz started making the big to-do about people selling other people's artwork at prints at the shows. And this guy comes over to me, and Dad was just in the next room at his booth, and I've got my name on my banner.
Right.
And this guy comes over to me and he goes, hey, does Neil Adams know you're selling his prints? So I just kind of silently turned and I looked up at my name on my banner. And then I turned back to him and I said, yes, I think Dad knows what I'm doing. But if you don't believe me, he's in the next room. You can ask him. And the guy was, oh, well, I guess it's okay then. I was like, oh, gee, thanks. I'm
still
glad I
don't
have your
ask Neil
permission.
if it's okay. Hey, do you know your kids are in the other room selling your stuff?
What? What?
All right, here we go.
So we have a 10 total on my screen. I don't know how many are Facebook.
You're right. So what do we think, guys? Do we want to do it tonight, or do we want to wait till tomorrow night? I'm going to leave it in their hands.
And there was another time where I was ready to kill Buzz, but I never actually saw him again that day.
Well,
so.
anyone who does a convention with Buzz ends up wanting to kill Buzz at one point or another.
Oh, and I will never, ever share a room with him again. Oh my God. Him and the freaking thermostat. I swear to God. That man likes it Arctic.
Yes, he does. Like that's how he keeps his youthfulness.
Yes. He
He
refrigerates
He
himself.
goes backwards in time and cold. He does cold therapy.
Let's see. Wayne says, I'm watching the TV movie, The Norliss Tapes, made-for-TV movie from the 70s by Dan Curtis, who also did The Night Stalker on YouTube. All right.
Ford says he doesn't have a life, so he looks for both nights.
Well, Ford is the only one voting.
I noticed that. What do you think, Beanie Brain?
Oh, see, Scott, you and Buzz can room in the same room then. You like it, Arctic. Scott likes it Arctic too.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Well, we found the perfect roommate. It's named Buzz.
See, Arctic is all good, except for when you come out of the shower or bath, and it's Arctic.
Yeah,
It's
but
really
he's usually out of the room by then, so you can.
He was out of the room, but
you
I was
can get out.
getting Jade dressed again, and he came back and then started like barking about the thermostat. I'm like, you weren't even here. Who touched the thermostat? And it was my room.
I have no problems rooming with Buzz. He comes with all hair product you can imagine.
Well, that is true.
I don't have to carry hair product with me when I go with Buzz. And all
He's
you
got
have to do is
nail
wear
supplies,
all
hair
you have
supplies.
to do is wear socks, a
grooming.
flannel pajama, and you wear a wool ski hat, and you're fine. Because that's how I sleep when I have to room with Buzz. I just make sure I have my woolly hat, and then I'm all good.
And don't let your kid shower whether Buzz is in the room or not.
Right, exactly. Okay, here we go, guys. Are we ready?
Scott says if I'm awake, I like it around 72. When I go to bed, it's down to 65. Yeah, you. Room with Buzz, bro.
Buzz probably goes lower than the 65.
I'm sure.
Okay, I'm gonna move Silver Surfer over to the side.
Oh, Happy Towers. You don't know who Buzz is? Buzz is, his real name is Aldrin Aw, A-W.
Well, he goes as Buzz.
But he goes as Buzz, yes. Or
He's
Buzz
a good
the
friend of
artist.
Joel's. He traveled with the Addams family to many conventions. He is an artist in his own right, does really nice commission stuff. And we talked about him as if he's like a brother. So, and I mean, he would have to be, since obviously I've roomed with him and Zia's roomed with him, that he is a adopted brother of the Addams clan when it comes to shows.
On and off again. Sometimes we disown him and then
He
he's
will
back in the
beat
family.
me at any auction. Thank you, Sam, for those wonderful words.
Remind me how it is you keep getting booted off of.
Right, and that was the last time I was on the Neil Adams Facebook account.
Oh, Facebook made him use his real name, Buzz no more. He still goes by
He
Buzz.
still goes by Buzz.
Hey, Marilyn.
Okay, so I found this weird commercial piece, which I thought was weird but also very cute. And this obviously is a comp because it is a large piece.
Joel says try 8 years rooming with him.
Oh, thank you.
Choices.
And this is pencils and inks. Neil, color on this is obviously a continuity job. And we're selling this for $300. It just is kind of like a cute piece in that it's thunderstorming outside the windows of all three of these women. And which one would you want to be, guys?
I don't know. I'd be outside I'd be playing Batman running in the thunderstorm with the lightning behind me.
Right. So I think these are just different eras of women. Well, they're not really different eras of women, but different women at work.
That's Batman jogging weather right there.
Yes, it is Batman. Jogging weather. People use real names on Facebook.
Sam is asking, is it original?
Yes, it is original.
The ink.
It is original.
Ink is original, yes. So it's old enough that Dad did the inking on.
Right. I will say the ladies are patched in. I think it's because of how they did the backgrounds that caused that. And in some cases, the backgrounds are patched. So there's a lot of patching, but I think it was to make it do what it was supposed to do.
And this piece is going for $300 tonight.
Right.
Now, as it is not signed, it will come with a
Sam,
certificate
it's
of
too sexy
authenticity.
for you, so you can't buy it anyway. So it doesn't work. Sorry, buddy, can't buy it. All right, I'm gonna put it over here. I pulled it because I thought it was really cute.
What else you got? Doodle.
Doodle is a doodling. Doodle is doodle doo. I'm sure we probably Batman and Flash before Can You Hurt Me? I don't know if we did this one.
We did
this
scan
one.
him.
Okay.
I just don't have it up on my list.
Okay. This is an original. Sorry, my voice. I'm cracking like a young boy.
YOLO Lady.
This is. I am still reading The Little Pink on my little COVID strip.
Yep. And sitting right next to me during.
I haven't cleared my
online
mania in the land of COVID. So this is obviously Batman. It is a pen and ink. Oh, you even have the page there.
Oh, yeah, I do my job, baby.
I am impressed. This appeared in Batman Neil Adams issue number 1, volume number 1. And the story is Batman and Flash but Bork can hurt you. Now, this is a patch that Neil did from his. All right, he patched his older job with this new piece of art.
Right. And I don't think we have a copy of the original.
No, I don't. I just have the book that it got published in. So this is considered a published piece. It is a nice Batman with a bandage on his face because obviously he's gotten beaten up by somebody.
Right. And Dad did draw around the word balloon. If you want it there
Right.
not to be that gap there, we can make a copy and
Yeah, we can
It's
put the word
over.
balloon into this for you.
right.
So this is kind of like those recreation panels because Neil is having to somewhat match the style. But obviously when he originally drew this, something went awry. Either Neil was tired and
He
he
was
wasn't
not
happy
satisfied
with
with
his drawing, or an inker came in and didn't get it. God only knows what the reason was. But Neil decided to fix this. So we are selling this for $1,800.
Thank you, Felix.
It's a really nice Batman for $1,800. It is a published piece. And like Zia just said, we can put the balloon in for you. Oh, excuse me. I'm in the juicy part of my cold.
I was going to say, we need to get one of those saliva suckers from the dentist's office and stick it down in your lungs.
I know. Yesterday I sat in the sun and I was very happy and I didn't cough all day.
Actually, if you want, I was given a sample of that nose spray
Spray.
that the allergist gave me.
Maybe I'll try it.
I'll give you that.
Okay. So $1,800 for this one that I love, says Chris Michael, which is a great price. It is original art, so it can be put on our payment plan. The way the payment plan works is you put a third down to hold it, and then you make monthly payments towards it, which you control, like $100 a month, whatever you want to do. And then once it's all paid off, we then ship it out to you. Very simple. We don't charge interest or penalties. $1,800 is the price. And like I said, if you want the word balloon dropped into it, it definitely can be put in.
We have the skills.
We do have the skills to do that.
Only getting rid of these damn fruit flies on the other hand, that's going to be a
Let them
challenge.
go. They're not goobers. What is that? Okay. I'm going to move on. So today, for those people who are still hoping for a Ben Casey book, today
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
Huh?
I said, oh, we're going to talk about that.
I'm just going to talk about how we took the negatives and made them positives.
Okay.
So we are moving through it, and the negatives seem to be really good negatives, so that the work looks good. We may have to go in and finesse a couple of things, but it's really not bad. And it's better than working with a lot of stuff that is out there to work with. So I'm quite happy to say that we are moving along. So this is Batman Odyssey 2, page 12. So this is a page from Batman Odyssey. It has a slate. I'm going to try and get the glare out of it. Z is going to scan and pan it.
Pastor Batman 88 is asking, are they doing a reprint of Neil's Omnibus?
I don't think they are, as far as I know. I think what's happening, and that I'm aware of, is they're doing Superman versus Muhammad Ali in Treasury-sized comic book again, which I think is this summer or into the fall. They're also doing, it's not Death Dealer. Crap. It's over there. The Joker cover. That's the red cover.
Night of the Reaper.
Night of the Reaper. Thank you. Night of the Reaper, I hear, is also coming out as a facsimile edition. And then Scott Dumer and IDW is coming out, but there has been a delay on the book because Scott keeps adding more pages to it. Yet they are keeping the same price, but they are delaying the book to, I'm hearing now, February, because they added a whole nother section in. So it has far more pages than originally solicited, and it now has, I believe, 5 foldouts in it. But because they're still putting that book together, my understanding is it's been delayed. So originally where they thought they were going to get it out for New York Comic Con, it doesn't seem like that is going to happen.
I'm very bummed about that, but it is what it is.
Oh, Junior Mints.
That's right. Yeah, I like Junior Mints. The nice thing about Junior Mints and Peppermint Patties is that you can't like sit there and just scarf down a whole box.
You can't, any peppermint candy, you really can't scarf down the whole box. I mean, I can do it with those mint leaves.
Yeah, no, I can't.
And then I can pull every filling out of my mouth at the same time.
And Sarah Snyder says, "Arg, but nice for more pages."
So again, this is Batman Odyssey from Chapter 2, page 12. I'm going to hold it up because we're getting a glare on it.
Yeah, Scott. Scott actually came by, or we talked with Scott. We talked with Scott on the phone.
Yeah,
he didn't come by.
Yeah,
but I saw him recently. Where did I see him?
I don't know where you saw him because he's out in California.
Why do I feel like I saw him recently?
I don't know. So nice Batman page, large Batman face there, fighting Batman. Great page. 15,000 is the price for it. It is a published page from the second chapter of Batman Odyssey. So to go back to the original question, do I think they're reprinting the omnibus? I have not heard anything like that. And I would think because of the gallery book coming out that they wouldn't reprint that at the same time. So, and then they'll say we don't reprint Batman omnibuses. You know, they do it once and that's why they charge a lot of money and why you gotta jump on it when they do it and they don't ever do it again. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever do that one again. Okay, so what I have up right now is a really nice Flash Head by Neil, pen and ink. Signed piece by Neil for $700. And it's always good to do the hustle.
I'm going to put my skates on.
So Flash for $700. And if you guys can share us, that would be great. We would appreciate that.
Yeah, guys, at this point, you guys just come on for our shenanigans.
Yeah. So 700 for Flash.
Dennis 4x4 has returned. Hello, Dennis.
Did we ever do a pan scan of the G.I. Joe piece? Because I pulled it. I don't know if we ever did.
I don't think so, Lucy.
So we have a double page spread. This is Neil's pen and ink, again, published piece. This comes from the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes that Liefeld did. And Liefeld actually did the pencil work on this, and then Neil did the ink work. Now, Liefeld didn't send us his pencil. What he sent was basically a copy of his pencil, which I'm going to show you. So this is what Neil got, and then Neil inked the piece behind this piece. So this is what Rob Liefeld sent to Neil. And then this is Neil's inks.
This is actually a really great price for this because it is a double page spread. So that's the equivalent of getting 2 original pages for $5,000 each.
All right, so $10,000 is the price. Again, published piece. Rob Liefeld's pencils, Neil's inking, G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes, Liefeld, and Adams. And it's G.I. Joe, which who doesn't have a G.I. Joe original? Every house should have a G.I. Joe original.
I kind of like.
And this one
too.
has Snake Eyes on it, which is ultimately the character that everybody wants.
There is that. And they have like proper feet.
Yes, they do have proper feet. Thank you for pointing that out. Sadie.
Oh, they make fun of it in Deadpool. That means it's fair game.
Okay, I'm gonna put this over here now. All right, I pulled some stuff. You know what I'm gonna do this is.
What are you gonna do, Chris?
I'm gonna do this.
What are you doing?
So, since we are in hockey season, and hopefully ending it tomorrow night, I did pull out, and I know some of you have seen these before. Neil worked with Stan Lee with the NHL, and I don't know who else. And what they did was they took all the teams and then they made them into characters that they were going to do 3D models of. And they actually did do 3D models. So this is Washington Capitals. And what I have in this folder is what I'm selling. Oops.
Don't worry, guys. She'll get it together.
I am
It's all right.
putting it together in a second here. Okay.
It's coming.
So what I have is the original piece by Neil, pencil and ink. I love the "you want you" pose for the Capitol. So that's a note. Haha.
You know, there's eagles out there in the world going, man, I wish I had a 6-pack like that.
Right. What else do I have? Why does it look like something? Oh, it has a copy of Neil's pencil. It has a.
Now the pencil is a little bit more smiley than the ink. The ink is more serious.
Right. Well, the ink is supposed to say, "We want you." So I guess they made it more serious. This is to go back again to Neil's more inked version. Inked version, because that was the pencil was behind that. This is a print of what the color ended up looking like. So it's very nice in color. Again, this represents the Washington Capitals.
Sorry, I love Donna Summer, but that was too sexy for Sam.
And this was kind of the design that Neil was working from. So all of this, the original art, the Xeroxes, the color thing here in front is all $2,000 to buy. Again, it is the Washington Capitals. So I go through it again. It's the 3D model sheet. That is the color of the final piece that Neil did. Sorry. A copy of the ink. A copy of the pencil. And then the original pen and ink of the character by Neil. So all of this is 2,000. And I don't think you need to be a Washington Capitals fan to enjoy the Eagle. That is jam-packed. Okay. And usually I wait to say this at the back end of the show. I'm going to say at the front end of the show. Basically, if you're watching this and we're not on air, you can definitely direct message us any questions you may have about pieces, and we will gladly pull pieces to the side if you're interested in buying them.
And Sarah is asking, did he do all NHL teams?
I think he did all of the NHL teams. We have quite a lot of these. I don't have all the parts and pieces to every single one of these. Some of these have more parts. Some of these only have Neil's finished piece. Maybe it has a color print. So we don't have everything to them. So they're a little different, each one. So if there is a team that you're interested in, you can definitely ask us about it. I can pull it and send you a picture. So that is available. I just pulled that one for tonight. Okay, this is a cover for Quantum and Woody, number 31. It says number 31, but on the other hand, it says number 1 on the cover. So I'm not sure if this is 31 or 1, because I know lots of comic companies tend to recalibrate every 3 months. Joe, I do believe I do have the Bruins.
Sarah is curious to see if we have the Detroit Red Wings.
Okay, I will write a note for everybody.
I realize I said that with a bit of a speech impediment, but
Okay,
that happens sometimes.
Sarah wants to know about the Red Wings. Joe, are you interested in the Bruins? Or you're just like, I like the Bruins? Okay. Got you down, Joe. Okay, so what we're looking at here is, like I said, Quantum and Woody. This is a published piece for Valiant Comics. This is Neil's pencil and ink. The price on this is $9,000 to buy. And it's pretty elaborate. I mean, I know Quantum and Woody is one of the better selling comics for Valiant. This is really stuck to it. Oh, yes. This is what the finished cover looked like.
Happy Tires, yes. Sarah is on Instagram. Sarah says that's how we say it here too. Alright. And yeah, this is my coloring.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Zia colored it. Didn't know that till tonight. So, like I said, published piece, pencil and ink Neil. It's a pretty elaborate cover. That I will say the background work on this is excellent. He's got this like bridge cross thing up here.
And there's this fire escape and
Yeah.
the top of a, those metal gates that come down in front of shops.
Right. So it's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys read Valiant Comics. We did a number of covers for them. $9,000 is the price for this. City Gates. Yeah, you have to live in like Chicago, New York, Detroit probably to get those kind of great folding, and they make that horrible sound at night when stores close up.
Yep.
All right, next is a cute little find. This is from Peter Pan Records, the Star Trek to Starve a Fleaver. This was one of the smaller Peter Pan Record jackets. The if it wasn't a 33, it was a 45, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the small one. And what I found was Neil's layout for that. This is a vintage Neil Adams piece. So from the original cast with James T. Kirk and
Bones and
Bones
Spock
and Leonard Nimoy
and Nurse Chapel.
Right.
Didn't think I'd remember that name, did you?
No, I'm very surprising.
Was Valiant owned by Bob Layton?
No.
Thank you, Felix.
When
I think I'm bananas.
Bob Layton worked there, yes, I believe he was their editor-in-chief there for a number of years. But he didn't own Valiant. Valiant was owned, it had a private portfolio of people in one of its carnations, and then it moved to a gaming company, which I forgot which one it was, bought them. So again, this is Neil's layout for this funny Star Trek, where obviously they have fleas.
Space fleas.
Space fleas. Nice.
Space fleas.
It's nice to know that you can get fleas in space the same way you can get fleas here down in New York.
No, you're lucky that's all you get in space. I mean, Kirk was in everybody's pants.
So I think I have the year 1975 on this.
Yep.
So like I said, it's a vintage goodie. And again, Star Trek, for any Star Trek lover out there, this is actually a cute piece. Well, I know Bob was living in the Orient for a while, but I think he's back. He's been doing conventions lately because I've seen his name up on conventions. Okay, this is a large piece.
Mm.
This is licensing. Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Here's what you have on this one too. This has a little bit of head patching that went on the top of Robin's head and Batman's head. This piece is from '94. And it was for the Batman Forever style guide. This is Neil's pencil and ink of Robin and Batman for the movie. And he's going to pull up the pan and scan for it.
Pencil?
Well, this would come from our original because it has your little blue sticky on it. I mean, you see it very well on the camera, so it's not like it really needs a pan and scan. What is interesting is on the back of it at the bottom. It does say it is DC Comics, and it does say it is Batman Forever style guide. It has the date that we did it, and it does state that Neil is the penciler and inker of it. So that's kind of cool. It's the official DC Comics Inc. stamp, and the editor was Daryl Edelman, which actually the editor was Joe Orlando, so he must have been working with Joe. So again, Batman and Robin, and the price on this is
$1,500.
$1,500. I couldn't tell if it was 12 or 15 from my side.
I have a scan pen of the pencil of that. But for some reason, I don't have a scan pen of the ink.
Oh well. Maybe one throw out the other.
See, you should make a Patreon color tutorial pages. I think I have a Patreon, but I haven't used it in a long time.
Okay, Batman Forever. I'd like to do a big piece. This is a movie poster that Neil did. It comes folded. This is Killers on Wheels, the toughest, meanest, dirtiest chopper outlaw gang since the Wild Ones. And this is a large, a savage orgy of blood and lust.
Right, and Happy Tires, yeah, I'm not sure if I have much on it, because like I said, I haven't used it in ages, and I don't even remember what I have on my Patreon, but I
Does this
will,
have to hang
I will
back?
look.
See?
No, I just have to adjust for the near monstrousness
So this
of
is a really nice shape. It was done in 1972,
76.
76. And the price on this is
$300.
$300. But that is Neil Adams.
With a real signature at the bottom.
Yeah. It's a nice piece, and this is not one that I see people find all the time.
But yeah, I looked pretty horrified if the person driving the motorcycle I was sitting on got hit in the face with a crowbar.
But you know Dad like drawing it.
Oh yeah, sure.
One of the things Neil Adams would love to do is stuff like that. Okay. So this, again, is in pretty good shape, and it is $300. And I'm sure there are not many of them around.
I was gonna say it's not like you can get it CGC.
Do they CGC?
I don't think so.
Movie
No.
posters? I don't think they do.
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
That'd be an awful lot of plastic.
That would be a door-sized plastic.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is one of those pieces where Neil drew Spectre. It's a little Spectre. And wrote, "Please don't touch my work."
Oh, that one.
So it's $300 to buy. It's actually a really nice pencil of Spectre. You can always erase away Neil's "Don't touch my work."
No. That is not allowed.
Considering it's backwards too. Like he just
I don't think
flipped,
that makes it special.
he flipped his Spectre over and wrote on it. Leave his pile of work alone.
You know, that Spectre could almost be finished.
Yeah. It's a very tight, cute pencil. This is on tracing paper. It is $300 to buy.
Well, Paul, yes, that is the Spectre. This is on tracing paper, which is why in reverse you can see, "Please don't touch my work," because Dad flipped it over and wrote that because I guess people
Because
were
somebody was moving
messing
his
on
piles.
his desk. Yeah, he was moving.
If
stuff
somebody
in his
went
desk.
through Dad's piles, and you would get
Oh,
this.
Paul says the Spectre, but I think it's Phantom Stranger.
Oh, Phantom, that's what I was thinking. Spectre is the one with the hood.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. You are 100%
Paul, you're
correct. And Chris is still in snot green.
I'm such a dim bulb. I agree with you because I
Now,
Really?
Spectre is the green guy
Yeah.
with the hoodie thing.
green and white.
All right, $300.
I think we need to
And
go to
it's
bed.
still a cool character, even if we don't know who he is.
Phantom Stranger. See, we should put a post-it on it that says Phantom Stranger.
I will do it.
Because I don't think this is the first time we've accidentally called him this picture.
No, I think we've been right the other times. So $300 for this nice piece. Yeah, the spirit is very similar.
Paul, I take it you're a hardcore fan then.
Okay. Next. Let me just grab this one. So this is, I keep showing you more and more of these Mortal Kombat cards. So this is where Neil did the original art. So it's the original illustration for Jade, who's one of the main characters in Mortal Kombat. And then it also has the card.
Whoops. Got the wrong number on there.
With her. And we're selling this for $900. This would have to get a certificate of authenticity because this is one of the ones that Neil did not sign. And this is Jade's fan swipe. So watch out for a girl with a fan because they could be deadly.
Well, deadly or not, I could use that fan on these days outside.
That is true. So I don't know if everybody knows that on the Empire State Building we have the dragons from that show,
Started with Game of Thrones, now it's House of Dragons.
House of Dragons, right? And supposedly they're taking it down tonight.
Are they?
Yeah, which should be really interesting to see.
Yeah, how
Because
did they do that?
They apparently, I watched this thing on how they put it up, and it was like, you're nuts. Like they have a whole mess of guys that go up with it, and they just tie it up.
I have a hard enough time watching those guys that wash the windows.
And then the guy proposed to his girlfriend on the top ring
no,
of the Empire State
No.
Building, where Fay Ray waits to be saved, and she was proposed there. I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah. If anybody wanted to propose to me there, I would never turn up because I would never go up there.
Well, I think she worked on the project as well. There were like 22 people.
Well, you would have to be like, yeah.
So, but they said it was amazing to have to scale down the Empire State Building. Like, and they're higher than the observation deck.
Yeah, no, I
Because it's up
know.
on the top part, it's on the
Yeah.
spire part. I'm just like, maybe we'll get to see that tonight.
Nope, nope, nope.
So 900, and the reason why they came up is because the dragon is green, and the lights on the Empire State Building have been green all week,
Yes.
and jade is green as well. Okay, I have another jade piece. If you're into Mortal Kombat, this one I don't have the card. This is Whirlwind Fatality. Fatality, sorry.
Because it's fatal.
Fatality. Okay, with this skeleton.
Skeleton.
This is pencil and ink. Really nice piece. This is actually one of the busier cards that Neil did. I personally love this. We don't have the actual trading card for this one, but this one is a signed illustration by Neil, and this is $900 to buy.
I mean, heights won't give me woogie legs, but I'm not actually afraid of the height. I'm afraid of my brain.
Is you want to jump?
Well,
Are
there's
you a jumper, Z?
and not voluntarily, because there's this little voice in my head that says, "Yeah, you can fly." And luckily enough, there's a louder voice in my head that goes, "Shut up, you idiot!" And I just worry that one day the "you can fly" voice is going to be louder than the "shut up" voice, or the "shut up" voice is going to give up on the "you can fly" voice, and then I'm really in trouble.
You never go to tall things, so I don't have to worry.
Well, that's why I don't go to tall things, to keep that "you can fly" voice quiet.
So $900 for this card. Again, it is part of Mortal Kombat. It's really nice drawing, pen and ink Neil.
Because the "you can fly" voice's argument is always, "Have you tried?"
Okay, next up is I brought Pikachu back out. So I have a Pikachu 1117. This was not a cover. This was a piece that Neil did to sell at shows. This is the print we did for it. This is original pen and ink by Neil.
The print is my color as well.
And the print is Zia's color. And this was digitally colored by Zia.
Yeah, I wasn't going to try to hand do that far.
So the girl can also do digital coloring as well as marker coloring and painting. She's multi-platform talented.
Oh, I thank you. What's the number on this one?
2,000. For Pikachu. Again, this was not a cover. This was a piece Neil did to do a print up for comic conventions that he was at during the movie. I forget which
Detective
one.
Pikachu.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu. And Sam Green said, I searched YouTube and dragons on Empire State Building came up right away. And apparently they have 6 guys who are constantly monitoring the weather and the wind conditions.
Well, yeah, because
I know that's not a good idea.
nope.
And I think they're getting it down tonight because tomorrow we're supposed to get thunderstorms in New York City. So, because I was even saying to Pete, I was like, are they going to leave that up during a thunderstorm?
Nah, they
too
can't.
cool. Okay, Pikachu is going to the table. Okay. I am gonna do.
What are you gonna do, Chris?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
do-
pulling out the CGC list.
I have a 9.6 CGC Avengers finale. Personally, I really love this cover. Unfortunately, the copies we got were not 9.8s. So we have a 9.6 on this. I am selling it for $300. And I personally love this cover by Neil. It is the Avengers. So it's got all your favorite characters, including Ant-Man, all the ways up front.
All of the
This is one of those Neil Adams stackable character busy covers that's done in bright orange.
Kelly Barrett says it's called High Place Syndrome or Call of the Void, and it's a survival mecha. I like Call of the Void better.
You are cool. So this 9.6 is a yellow label, which we can't get yellow labels anymore at CGC. The door has closed. And so I don't know how many 9.8s are actually out on this. Sometimes comic books have bad boxing or bad weather conditions, and they all get crumped up. But ours definitely got crumped up. So this is a 9.6. It doesn't really say what's wrong with it, why it got graded to that, but it is $300 to buy. It's a Chris Adams fave. I don't really want to sell it, so I'm glad you're not buying
So there. Hey.
it. And then this is another Chris Adams love, is this Green Lantern number 45, which again is a 9.6. And that is a yellow label as well. And I love it because it's a take of the John Stewart cover. And it is Hal Jordan as a zombie with John Stewart below. I like the bloody Green Lantern symbol. And the price on this is
200.
200. So 200 for a Green Lantern. Number 45 that came out in 2015 as a variant cover. It is one of the like zombie covers. And that is Pen and Ink Neil. Yellow label.
I'm over here because my shirt is reflecting on the CGC.
I thought you were just boy braining.
The Call of the Void
The fall of
has
the-
got me.
Do you want to give me some of those? Over there.
I'll give you some of those.
Okay, somebody out in the Wild Wild West asked if we had
That was Sarah.
Sarah. Okay, so I did find, for those people who were asking me about the Joker comic. So Joker, I just want to
Abby
say,
Towers wants to know, was that Avengers cover ever reproduced anywhere else?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think they're crazy. I think they forgot they have that. But I have a 9.8 Joker.
So Sarah,
number.
if you're still watching,
Number 6 for $250. These are all yellow labels. I have number 4, 9.8 Joker. And 6. What do I have in front of me? I have 4 and 6.
and all of Dad's Joker covers, also, so you know, were colored by me because when I heard that Dad was doing them, and they're all going to be homages of his own covers, much to the chagrin of some of our other colorists, I called dibs.
I have a number 2, 9.8 Joker number 2. I don't have a Joker number 3.
Well, you had one that was not CGC.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was going to do these first, and then I was going to do those. So
Well,
these.
isn't that one? The CGC?
Yes, I know.
Oh, okay.
I'll seize it. I'll seize it.
Well, you was asking about it. You was asking.
Well, that's a duplicate.
Not
9.8,
not
and
the
this
one on the
is
top.
a 9.6 and not a 9.8.
Oh, okay.
So at 9.8s, I have Joker number 2, Joker number 4, Joker number 6. Interesting. I do have a Joker number 3, but it is a 9.6. What is a print run on these comics?
Okay, so Sarah was saying I was hoping for raw books.
Okay, they're coming.
They're coming.
I don't know what the print run was on these books, to be perfectly honest. When they hire us to do covers, they don't always give you what the print run's going to be. Because a lot of times when we're drawing stuff, they haven't even put it out there yet to know what the print runs are. So it's not something that is usually communicated back to the creative team that's doing it. Because it's smarter to advertise your book while it's being ordered with the cover, even though they do an awful lot where you're ordering blind as a comic store. So again, I have 6, 4, and 2 as 9.8s. We sell them for $250. I have a 9.6 of number 3, which I'll do for $200. They're all yellow labels. I do have a 9.8 number 1 as well for $250. All right. These. Okay, for those people who like to buy raw. I don't know if it's one raw comic.
I don't know. You had 2 raw comics the other day, and you displayed one of them, but I don't know where it went.
I thought we had told all of them. Somebody stole some raw comics. Maybe Jason took them back.
Like I said, on Tuesday you showed
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
one.
I'll have to come back on this to Sarah on the raw.
I'm sorry.
We do have raw comics, and we did pull them.
We do have the number 3.
I do have the number 3. We sell them for $100. And I don't know what happened to the ones we pulled, but I will find them again and have them out. But we sell all of our raw signed comics at $100. And that's really buying Neil's signature at this point.
Okay, Sarah says she'll take number 3.
Okay, I will.
Thank you,
I
Sarah.
will get the rest together. Like I said, I don't know. Jason maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's not like Jason would take them back, so I don't know what happened. Thank you, Sarah.
Does she get a mini bomb?
She gets a mini bomb. Mini bomb. Here we go for Sarah.
I'm waiting out so she can see it. There you go. And Sarah says, thanks for digging them out. Yeah, we'll find the other ones and then we'll DM them to you so you can.
I wasn't here
Yeah, me
yesterday.
either. That is true. Chris was not here yesterday.
So they may have just not moved for some reason.
Chris was in the sun trying to bake the COVID out of her.
Yes, I was baking
Sarah
COVID
says, lovely.
out of my chest. And I will make sure to lick everything that I'm shipping out this week. So if you're buying stuff this week, I will lick it and send COVID.
Oh, and Sarah, you don't have to, but if you want, I can sign the Joker book too. If you want.
Do you want your comic with COVID or without?
Yeah. Sarah just like, oh God. I think when it comes to your DNA with their packages, I think they prefer the hair over the cooties. Okay, and she says, Zia, please do. So she does want my signature on it.
You don't want my COVID signature? I'm so upset now.
You know you don't share your cooties.
I actually am pretty good with not sharing my cookies.
So I said you don't share your cooties.
Yeah.
Of course,
I
it helps
haven't
that
even-
Pete tends to wear a hazmat suit when you've got cooties.
Oh wait, here's one.
There you go. I knew we had another one for you.
They may have just gotten wished into my thing. That's number 2. That is signed by Neil. Oh no, I have that because I have the cover. Maybe
Yeah.
that's where they are.
Could be.
Because look, Sarah, I was showing the original published cover.
Wow. Sarah says, I have never had COVID and don't want to start now. Atta girl. I'm impressed. Because in our family, Chris and Pete were the last ones to get COVID.
I think in the family, I'm the one that's gotten it the most.
Yeah, well, once you got it, you got it more
took
than
me
everybody.
forever to get it.
Yeah, it took
Then-
you forever, but once you got it more often than everybody else.
Yeah.
Happy Towers is saying, how much was the Avengers again? Sorry, I am slow today.
Avenger, that's okay. Not a problem.
And Sarah
I am
says
very-
she's from Krypton.
I'm very slow today myself.
And so Sarah, just so you know, we do also have, we pulled a number 2, and we want us to put that aside for you as well. Or you can just wait until, pull the other ones out and we'll DM you, yada yada.
I don't know anymore.
Yes. What have you
Says the
done?
girl with COVID. Oh, shit. I don't know.
Okay, and she says, oh, yeah, and I want the other Joker, yes. So number 2 is going to Sarah as well.
All right, hold on. Okay, so to answer Happy Towers, it is 300 for the Avengers.
Gotcha, Sarah.
Yeah, Sam Green's what a lot of people have gotten COVID because and it's a lot of wives have gotten COVID. So, because you are not the only one with a wife who got COVID recently.
Got on a business trip to Norway, so she got it from the Norwegians then.
No, she just got over COVID and then just got
No,
on a business.
She got over COVID, she got on a business trip to Norway. So she got the COVID in Norway.
Yeah.
And Happy Tower says thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so back to what I was selling you, which does have a price on it.
It does, 10,000.
So this is the original pencil and ink published cover of Joker number 2. Number 2. I believe this is signed by. Did Dad sign these? I don't know if Dad signed these.
I do not see a signature.
Okay, so
on
a
it.
certificate of authenticity would go along with it. We are selling it for $10,000. It is the original published cover of Joker number 2, Neil's pencils and inks.
Fish head soup and COVID. Ugh.
That
Ooh,
sounds really gross.
Both points. I mean, I am not a big seafood girl to begin with, but ugh.
I will say, supposedly COVID is back out there roaming around, as we all can see. So be careful and carry your sanitizer with you. Personally, I had gone for a checkup at my doctor's office, and then 3 days later came down with COVID. So I blame my doctor's office. So
Well, I blame the patients that come in from the doctor's
Well,
office. Because nobody learned from COVID to cover your freaking mouth and nose, and not with the palm of your hand, because then you go touch stuff. You use your sleeve or me. I grab my t-shirt and I put it up over my nose and mouth. The cover when you sneeze and cough and wheeze and hack and spew. And even if it wasn't for the cooties, it's just good manners to cover.
I'm trying to get down to where
I loathe rude.
I'm down to the bromo seltzer, so I'm down to where we were.
Romo.
Okay. I have this really nice 11 by 14 Dracula.
Well, you have to put that Joker aside for
I am going to put the Joker.
Sarah.
I will lose it. I'm going to put it over here.
My fan bestie out there.
This is classic Dracula, if you're looking for your pan and scan.
Well, he's certainly not $10,000. I know that much.
Well, I was dumb and didn't wear a mask, but I'm sure I probably got it on my hands. Because I was feeling fine. And then
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
it's back. And I'm sleeping on my shitty kid's mattress. And because my kids have moved out and left me their crappy mattress. And I've been living in the spare room. Yep. Okay, so I have Dracula Pen and Ink by Neil for $2,800. The size of this is 11 by 14. Really nice Dracula piece. This colored by Zia would be fantastic. Again, not to sound like a broken record, but you can keep this pristine. We can make a copy of this the same way we do our commercial work. And Zia can color a copy of it. It'll look just like an original. And then you can keep your original with the color and have a really nice presentation to hang in your bedroom, because that's where Dracula should hang.
Right.
So $2,800 for Dracula. Very tight pen and ink. Great work on the guy's face. Dracula's face is fantastic. All right, so this is what you found. That is the pencil of the Batman piece that I showed. So earlier in the show, I showed you the actual inks of this. This is the pencils. And that was from that Batman Forever. It was the one that actually still had the DC Comics stamp on it that said what it was for, who did it, and what day it was handed in. This is the pencil for that piece of Batman and Robin swinging through.
Scott Dunbar has joined us. Hey, Scott.
So, Scott, how many pages are in the book now?
Yeah, Scott. In case you didn't hear Chris, she wants to know how many pages is the book up to now?
Because I told everybody that it was being held up. Scott must be on Instagram.
He is.
Yeah.
Says 288 plus 5 fold outs.
There you go, guys. And now it's scheduled to come out in like February, right? January, February. What's the price on the sketch?
Okay, so the pencil is 2,800. The ink is 1,500. I should probably make a note as to how many pages. Made them. Thank you, Scott. It says that equals 10 spreads in the fold outs.
Wow.
Yeah, well, 5 fold outs,
Right.
2 sides. Yeah.
Nice. So
But
Batman
now we
Forever.
have to wait even longer for it.
I'm afraid of what the weight of this book is going to be when we
Yeah, I
have
know.
to
You
ship
feel
it.
like,
Just shipping all these books and having to carry the boxes to the front is going to kill me.
good grief. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that.
That
And
is
you know, people are going to buy it, but they're going to want you to hold on to it until the end of the convention.
it's not going to be at the convention. It's not coming out until February. Dead of winter. The palette will arrive in a snowstorm, no doubt.
Scott!
Just to make it that
They better
much
like
more
plastic wrap it or something like that.
Fun. You're right. Hoping I have a new job by then.
Oh, he says, come to WonderCon. Well, WonderCon's a bit further away from me. Scott.
WonderCon? When is WonderCon?
It's got to be after February. How much would a signature? I'm sorry, you cannot get signatures from Neil anymore because he passed away 2 years ago. Sorry to have to be the one to tell you.
Okay, this is a gorgeous Superman bust piece, 8.5 by 11, profile of Superman.
Each box is individually boxed end of March.
End of March is WonderCon. Or that's when the books are coming out. We're going to kill him.
Scott. But are they like plastic wrap? So like if the box gets wet.
No, the boxes will be on a pallet.
He says yes. Guess what, Scott? Text in full sentences, please.
So as we're annoying Scott here, it is $1,500 for my Superman bust, pen and ink. And that is a signed piece by Neil for $1,500.
And Kelly Barrett wants to know if we're going to be at Baltimore Comic Con. We don't know yet.
We don't know. Nobody
Yes, WonderCon.
invites
WonderCon,
us anywhere. Okay. We're like Cinderella.
WonderCon is at the end of March. Is that what you're saying? Where is WonderCon?
I've never been to WonderCon. In regards
Well,
to
Wayne Masso's going to be at WonderCon, wherever it is.
See,
Okay,
Z,
so WonderCon is at the end of March. Okay.
Z and I have turned into Cinderella now. Nobody wants us. We don't get invited anywhere.
We're the ugly stepsisters.
Right,
Dad
exactly.
was Cinderella.
So we don't
And
get
Kelly
to go
Barrett wants to
anywhere.
know if we're going to be at Baltimore. We don't know yet.
Exactly.
About the books. ... Okay.
$1,500 for my Superman. Nobody cares about Superman. Okay. I saw this really nice piece, the Batman Aggro pencil for $700. Which is a nice pencil, kind of prelim-y pencil by Neil. Kelly Barrett is planning his budget. That's why we have to get more people buying at our shows, so Z and I can go to shows.
Okay, so Scott says about the books.
Mhm.
Each book is shrink wrapped, then inside a box, which is inside another box, suitable for mailing. Okay.
So that means when I get the boxes, I don't have to repack them in a box to mail them?
Well, you'll still probably want to protect your outer
Answer.
box.
Maybe not. They may be protected. That may be what they're doing.
Okay, so is the individual boxes that they're in mailable? He says yes.
Oh, see.
Cool.
Thank you for that. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of crying with our continuity. Okay.
Sam Green says, come to Toronto, you can help with my booth. Yeah, I'm going to buy a plane ticket so I can help you butt out.
Okay, Batman. Aggro pencil here. It is Batman coming forward. It's nice pencil by Neil. It is $700 to buy.
Okay, Kelly wants to know. I think it's a mailer box, not a slipcase.
It's not a slipcase. No, it's like every gallery book out there, guys. They don't come in slipcases, do they?
Sam Green, the brother I never asked for.
Okay, Batman is going to the side. They still have Batgirl at 1800. Full figure. Pen and ink Neil. Colored by Jason Adams.
Batgirl last time.
Well, we also have that new Batgirl that we added in last
Yes.
time we were on. I think I did her. So we now have two Batgirls. We have this Batgirl. And we have a new, which I don't know where she is on the pile. But we added a new Batgirl that's in black and white.
Ramen is a trigger word for me. Call the bail guy says that is beautiful.
Nice. Batgirl full figure. 11 by 14 is the size. 1800 is the price.
Oh, WonderCon next year. Derp. And that's one out in California.
Yeah.
Okay, he says, how do I post it to you? Scott says, how do I post it to you?
Post what to me?
He said he just took a picture of the comparable box with an AE book. You have Chris's cell phone number, so you can send it in a text message to Chris. So you can see the box that is going to come in.
Thank you.
Okay, Wayne Massaro says, I've bought artist editions from IDW directly, and they ship to Canada with no problems. The books arrive safe and sound.
Nice. Now I'll be shipping them, and they'll be all messed up.
Thank you, Scott.
8.5 by 11. This is Harley Quinn. Almost forgot who this was.
Oh, no, that chick.
This is a pencil and ink Neil. This is colored by Jason. And Zia and Tim did some of the figure work on this between the two of them. 1,500 for Harley Quinn. 8.5 by 11 is the size. All right, I got Scott's image. And I messed up. Oh, okay. Cool.
He says, okay, I just texted it.
Yep, I got it.
Thank you, Scott.
So it has a nice outer box, so we can just ship it. That's great. I thought I was gonna have to get outer boxes, but I guess I didn't.
So since WonderCon is California, it's not exactly an easy show for us to do. Because then we'd have to like ship everything out there and fly out there. Hotel. Joel. Nick.
I'm sure they'll be there. Yeah,
Yes.
the LA guys will be out in WonderCon, probably. Okay, 1500 is Harley Quinn.
And Scott says that's the Simonson Fantastic Four.
Yeah, nice. We spoke to who did we speak to? Nick Landau today, Scott. And he said you were a good friend.
Had nothing but nice things to say about you.
That's right. Okay, I have an 11 by 14 Batman. This is Batman costume design.
Scott says, yeah.
Yeah. Pen and ink Neil.
This is the design one, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Kelly. But I get it.
Now, see, ramen is a trigger word for me because Jade's friends from out of town came to New York Comic Con, and I said, okay, I'm going to go to the sandwich shop and get some sandwiches for everybody. What do you guys like? And one of Jade's friends goes, I like ramen. Like, okay.
You can always get ramen at the sandwich
I'm
shop.
getting sandwiches, so what do you want?
I want you to know that Neil Adams loved ramen.
Well, Dad liked the cup of soup and the cup of noodles.
Yeah.
That's not exactly ramen. There's like ramen,
No, I'm sure
and then
Kelly
there's the pot
Barrett
noodle ramen.
is eating.
Is doing the pot noodle ones, yeah.
Right. So, Batman costume design by Neil Adams.
Scott just sent a emoji going,
11 by 14 for 3,000. Or 3,500, I'm sorry. 3,500? 3,000. 3,000.
3,500.
3,500, okay.
I
3,000.
don't know, one of those two.
3,500, whatever price you want to pay. 3,500, sorry.
Scott says the proper response is thank you. Oh, to like sandwiches? Yeah, definitely.
Youngsters.
Well, they ate what I gave them because I wouldn't get no ramen, but still.
Okay, I have a nice Conan piece, Conan Fight Unfinished on 11/17 paper. So obviously this is a piece that Neil did not finish. It was on his desk. He was inked most of the figure work on this.
You make me feel mighty real.
Obviously, Conan, he inked.
Well, yeah. But no, my favorite part of this whole thing is the impaled guy in the background.
That he didn't ink.
That he didn't ink, and you only barely penciled, but you know what it is.
Right. So this is 2,000 to buy.
It's like if somebody said, okay, Zia, color this. I would make like this fog around the penciled area
Yeah,
that you can just sort of see a silhouette of the impaled guy in the background with
Right.
fire behind him.
Right. No, I would put this in lots of smoke
Oh, yeah.
and mist and stuff. We should do that. We could do a color of this thing.
We can, sure. I get to all my other coloring commissions.
What?
when I get through all my other coloring commissions. I still have a Batman painting I haven't touched in a month.
Well, you were the one that said I would do this, and you like the impaled guy in the background. So
I
was like,
did.
you could do this piece in this color. So this is $2,000 to buy. It is pen and ink Neil.
Of course, yeah, it would probably be easier than the Batman piece I'm trying to paint.
And maybe we could sell it to the Korean people to wrap around.
Ooh.
Okay. Where am I going? Where's Chris going? I do have two really cool prints. I'm just going to do probably two prints tonight. I have this one, which is Robin, son of Batman, Neil's pencil, as a print for 100.
Okay, Scott Dunbar wants to know, do you guys have the Conan layouts did? I think it ran in SSOC in story format. Oh, the layouts. The
What?
story layout. The
What
pencil
is-
story layouts.
Pencil story layouts. Oh,
Conan.
Which Conan?
All right, is it the one where he takes the guy's helmet at the end?
That's a storyboard for a movie.
Okay.
Is that what he's
He
talking
did.
about?
He did other Conan layouts. He says it was storyboards.
Yes. Do we have the pencils for it? No. I don't think so.
Okay, so we don't have the original pencils, but we do have scans.
I don't even know if we've scanned the original pencils.
We don't know, Scott.
We don't know. Right.
Tis a mystery.
I know I have good color copies because I saw them when I was in the art tours.
He says it was a great job. Yes, it was. I agree.
I mean, we should because at that time we did have copier machines. No, I take that back. We may not have. We had the stat machine though.
Okay, so what Chris is showing right now are prints of covers that
These are the 27 covers. I'm sorry, 27 covers. This is the one that's based on the Dead Man.
And these prints are 100.
100. They are not signed by Neil, but they are prints of Neil's pencils from the 27 covers. So this was the Batman cover that actually Neil did the pencil work, and then Walt Simonson inked this. So this is Neil's
Gotta get
pencil.
back to work. Take care. All right, Scott. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
stopping
Scott.
in.
This is Batman. Okay. I still have this gorgeous Superman available. 8.5 by 11. Pencil and ink Neil. Color on this is Zia for
2600.
2,600. But I believe this is a signed piece.
No,
It's not a signed
No.
All right, it's not a signed piece. Shoot me. So
No, it's that no was more out of annoyance with Dad than me being
So
like, no.
this would get a certificate of authenticity stating this is pen and ink Neil. Zia definitely can sign this piece as well. Zia did the background work behind the figure. $2,600 for Superman.
Yeah, he's pretty alright, but he hasn't found his forever home yet.
Yep, but he will. It'll happen, and then we'll all be like, "Oh my God, we sold it! I don't want it to go."
Thank you, Felix.
Because then we don't get to look at the pretty art anymore. Okay, and my last one for the night, since we're hitting 9:15, is going to be Wolverine.
Wolverine!
This is a head sketch of Wolverine, obviously. I have to find the trading card so people understand what I'm saying about this.
That would help.
So Neil did a trading card which looked nothing like this, of Wolverine standing, claws out. And since we had this, we had gotten from the trading card company probably like 10 of Neil's Wolverine cards. And Neil would just sign them, but they were just like loose cards. So Neil and Jason decided to frame the trading card. And then Neil did this Wolverine head on the corner of the frame that held the trading card. So this is the drawing that Neil laid out for himself to do on those corners of the frames that held the trading cards. So this is pen and ink Neil. This is $600 to buy. So nice Wolverine piece here by Neil. This baby outside of published pages. My last Wolverine that I have. Happy Towers apparently owns a great Wolverine head sketch on that old paper, and it is vicious. Has elements of this piece. Neil liked drawing vicious Wolverine.
Well, if you're gonna draw Wolverine,
Yeah. Well, I just think,
you're gonna draw him snarling.
yeah, which Dad had a great snarl. Like, I'll have to show
Yeah.
you photos of Dad's snarl.
Well, there's only two ways you want to see Wolverine. It's either snarling or like chill with a hoagie in his, or
Yeah.
stogie in his, sticking out of his mouth.
Or a hoagie.
Or a hoagie.
All right, so I think that is going to be our show for tonight. And like I said, if you can share our show with people, that we would be grateful for that, because basically this show is what keeps us in business and our lights on and continuity.
So if you guys want to keep watching us,
That's right. We rely on you guys. So
you complete
you complete us, exactly. So Z and I are going to say goodnight for the week. We will not be on tomorrow night because I knew we were going to be up against the finals of hockey, and that way also Zia's at what are you at on Sunday?
I'll put up a post.
Okay, Zia's going to put up a post. Zia is at a convention out in New Jersey on Sunday only.
So far, unless they get a cancellation on Saturday, but I'm definitely in for Sunday.
Right.
But I will put up a post.
All right. So Zia will be posting that, and we will be back in our usual time slot of Wednesday and Friday next week, because I'm hoping by then either the Oilers will have won or the Panthers will have won. And then I'm just down to being up against baseball till the end of July, and then we're up against the Olympics.
Yay! Not.
So I'm going to say goodnight, everybody, and everybody have a safe weekend. Keep hydrated. If you're in the heat wave dome of death,
Yep.
And be safe from the thunderstorms. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. And I'll be better by next week. So sorry for the cold and bubblehead that I have been suffering for this week. Take care, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Bye-bye.